Good evening, welcome to ITV News. This is Wednesday night's calendar.
And here are tonight's main stories. But first tonight, a lorry driver who dragged a woman trapped in a burning car to safety just seconds before the vehicle exploded has been given a bravery award for his quick-thinking actions.
John Rastrick, who's from Chesterfield, rescued Parry Mystery from her car after it burst into flames after a crash on the M1 in January last year. She was left in a critical condition and had to learn to walk and talk again after the accident.
Well, today the pair were reunited with the emergency services who responded to the incident, as Danny Crawshaw reports.
Well, next this evening to the new report revealing the high cost our region's councils are having to pay in compensation for drivers whose cars have been damaged by potholes.
In the Calendar region, it's Lincolnshire County Council which has had to pay the most, over £150,000.
One woman who says she was left unwittingly driving a dangerous car after her encounter with a pothole on a busy road between Grantham and Lincoln wants all badly affected roads to be resurfaced, not just repaired. Helen Steele has the story.
Well, still to come on the programme this evening, we've got all...
Well, next this evening, a team of 50 specialist police officers in Boston have been brought in to help identify a murder victim whose body was found dumped in a waterway near Cambridge Road.
The man's body was found on Sunday evening. The victim, who's thought to be aged between 30 to 40, was the victim of a sustained assault. Well, next, the father of a 12-year-old boy shot while out playing with his friends in Sheffield has called for armed thugs to be cleared from the streets. Well, next, wildlife groups are warning the planned high-speed rail link through our region to Leeds will devastate habitats and wipe out wildlife. It comes in a damning report published today by 14 wildlife trusts who'll be affected by the plans.
One of those, the Sheffield and Rotherham Trust, claims in its area alone 5 sites could be badly hit. It's now calling for a rethink of the controversial route, as Martin Fisher reports. Well, the ITV Evening News continues at 6:30. Here's Mary Nightingale.
Mary, thank you. Well, next tonight, the region's largest airport, Leeds Bradford, has announced plans to knock down its terminal and build a brand new one. Well, a little earlier, I spoke to broadcaster and travel journalist Simon Calder, and I began by asking what an upgrade like this can mean to a regional airport.
Well, if you are itching to get away, you might be heading to an online booking site to find a good holiday deal. But that could be more complicated than you might think.
Many well-known sites rank hotels higher the more they get paid for bookings. While the practice is not illegal, experts say it's vital that such platforms are transparent about their ranking system. Nithya Rajan has more. Well, next tonight, Hull KR have announced that Mossy Masso is on the slow road to recovery after suffering a serious spinal injury at the weekend.
Well, on to football, and Lincoln City racked up their biggest win of the season with a 5-1 demolition of Bolton last night.
Time for the weather now. John's here.
Yeah. Thanks very much indeed, John. Now, after the success of the Lionesses at last summer's World Cup, women's football is quite rightly starting to get the recognition it deserves.
Yes, tonight in Chesterfield, some of the biggest names of the women's game will be on show when Manchester City take on our very own Sheffield United in the quarter-finals of the League Cup.
Well, there for us.
Jobs.
Pitch side at Chesterfield, but we can't hear him. Oh, we can hear him.
Good luck to the team tonight. Finally, in an age of whiz-bang computer games on your phone, YouTube videos and any other number of electronic distractions, it can be hard to get your kids to settle down and read.
But now they've come up with a novel solution in Selby, reading to dogs. Dora and Morgan, the Golden Labradors, have been drafted in to lend an ear at the local library and help youngsters gain more confidence reading a book without being judged if they trip up over a word. Here's John Hill.
I think we should have a dog next to us in the studio. We could sit stroking the dog.
We could say anything. Who knows?
And we'd never be judged. Here's John.
Thanks, John. That's it from us. Our next update's 10:30.
The national and international stories are next with Mary Nightingale.
But for now, from the whole team on Calendar, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.